So, along with the tech MacGyvering, be prepared for the segues. Oh, I gotta fix this again. Hang on. There we go. I don't know why the hell it did that. Okay, so let us check out the best tech MacGyvering. Are you idiots or geniuses? Let's find out, shall we? Don't worry, Leo. We will. I'm. The tech core is still staying in my queue. We may just do it on a different stream, is all. Or maybe we'll do it this stream. I don't know. I'm so crazy. You've court over Zoom? Interesting. Okay. Oh, that's true. We've heard that before. All right. Let's check it out.
Recently, we looked at some of your worst tech support nightmares. How do you do what? To heal the trauma, we thought we'd change gears and take a look at some of your most ingenious tech support fixes. Like this one.
Oh my god, that's a SIM card.
That's sick, dude! So the PCB, for whatever device this is.
Oh, it didn't come with the little bracket for it.
Yeah, buddy! I love
Interesting.
this.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen somebody solder to a SIM card. That's very clever.
I built a Linux PC inside an IBM keyboard, the least practical battery-powered laptop. I flipping love it.
At least it probably.
Okay. So they cut this out and add supports. This must be for, okay, so what is this for? You've got power supply here. What is this for here? I can't tell. And what are they using for a screen? Okay, can you tell? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out I wish we had a different angle so I could see what they're using as a screen. That's not an actual monitor. Because this is a keyboard. Tablet? Maybe? I don't know. Honestly, it kind of looks like the size of it makes me think it's a GPS. Like they just used a GPS and turned it into a screen or something. I don't know. I wish we could get a better angle of it. But, like, okay, this is going to here. That's a USB-C port, I think. God, I don't know. It could be a tablet. It very well could be a tablet. Although the shape of it doesn't make me think it's a standard tablet. That's what I was thinking, Rygat. That's what I was thinking, that this is a GPS screen. Yeah, that this looks like a 7 or 8 inch GPS screen.
Like thonks.
Dude, look at these arrow keys. Wow.
This is sick as hell.
It's added USB to it. That's probably where the computer lives. Yeah,
Double function row.
God, that's
Oh, wow.
amazing.
A wrist-breaking typing angle.
Oh my goodness, look at this display.
The keyboard to
Oh my
screen
God.
ratio here is
What? Okay. I'm not sure what that screen is now. Because this is a bracket surrounding it. This is the bracket. What could this be? I don't know what this could be, honestly. I'm really curious. What? Maybe Atanashi? Maybe that's that's entirely possible. The digital picture frame. That could be.
Oh my goodness, look at this display.
the keyboard to
Oh my
screen
God.
ratio here. It's like 5:1 or something.
And you can tell
Yeah,
just looking.
because you know what? It's got these stand pieces right here. So yeah, I think it might actually be a digital picture frame that they repurposed into a screen for their keyboard
Looking
laptop.
at this thing, that this is absolutely the kind of person to use a trackball mouse.
This is cool as heck.
Cool as heck.
Not tech support MacGyver. It's the mods should have deleted this.
A MacGyvered solution is defined as fixing something by using parts that are not the intended replacement parts or using
Yeah, I wouldn't say this is MacGyver. This is just neat.
This is just amazing.
How about this one?
Yeah, all right. I could get behind that.
This is great. It's a lot of effort.
You just screw the backplate off, desolder the cable.
it's
A to C adapter from AliExpress. That is so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Dude.
It's mint.
Wow,
I mean,
okay.
Well,
Well, I mean,
it's not mint, but it functions.
and there's gonna be so much more.
Really?
Look at how we patched together
Oh God.
this segue to our sponsor. Get it patched. Ugreen. Juice up your phone quickly with the new
It's-
Uno 100-watt charger. According to Ugreen, it powers up an iPhone 15 Pro from 0 to 60% in just 30 minutes. Plus, it even smiles at you. How cute is that? Check out the Ugreen Uno series at the link in the video description.
He does so many ads.
You ready for some more r/tech MacGyver?
Oh my God. No.
Huh.
No, this took me a second.
I'm trying to figure out what the cable is. Yeah, I mean, it's an igloo cooler. I'm trying to figure out what's inside here. Like, what all this is. Is this, it's DirecTV? That's what this is? This is DirecTV? No. No, it can't be. Yeah, this one be cable TV, cable internet, something like that. Yeah, it's definitely like a bunch of coaxes. I just wish I knew what the box was in there.
This is like plastic bag plus plus.
There wouldn't
Okay.
even be water.
Okay, so this is for TV right here. This is definitely this split. That's for TV right there. I don't know what the rest of it's for though.
Tight. Like it's just.
Easy access.
The tech painted it to match the house.
That's like pretty good.
Did nobody stop and ask questions?
Is that eggshell or?
Hard to tell.
I don't actually care.
Hard to tell the finish.
It just seems like a waste of a perfectly good.
Cooler?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Wow. Don't have enough room for your GPU? Just cut the fucking tower case. I mean, chat, it does work. Because there's nothing connected. This is the part that slides off. You know, this is the part that opens it. So it's Alana's internet connection. Oh, you're not wrong. You are not wrong considering the fight that she had to go through to get the internet hooked up in her new place. Yes. Yes, you are 100% right. Make it look pretty. If you're gonna have to drill a hole through the building, then at least put like a pretty box on it to make it look pretty. Fuck yes, Kinito, you are 100% right there. Leo, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know when I will ever be in Alana's league where there would even be a consideration, so I have no idea. Honestly.
Cable companies use splitters to lower the signal strength, since they have to crank up the signal to reach places.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm still I'm still a little wee bit too small for this. I am working on another collab. There's something brewing, so I am looking at doing another collab in the near future. I've just got to kind of do a little networking and work on something. But it's not with a one. It is not with a one. Kanito, from your lips to God's ears, okay? They didn't. But, like, chat with this, aside from the fact that this is going to be a fucking dust magnet, because this is gonna collect so much fucking dust, cutting this casing right here, this is actually not hurting the computer from a function standpoint, because this this is the part that slides off. There's no hardware connected to it. but you've lost the seal, so yeah, it solved the problem, but it looks ugly as sin, and it might be so easy to accidentally bump this.
Rod, let's go.
Yeah, I'm into that.
I love this too.
This is how you get to like PC modding. I'm sure this is subreddit for
This
that.
is a video. We've done this video before.
If you need to put a GPU in one of these systems, there is no reason why that PCIe slot can't take a taller GPU.
You might just want to put a little bit of electrical tape based on how it's not super mounted, and that's pretty close.
Yeah, that could short the back of the card. That's a good tech tip.
It might just fall out. Put a zip tie around the bracket, maybe.
Dude, yeah, bumping this computer. Because it's not like it's screwed into anything.
No, at this point, I feel like you should just leave the side panel off. They did put the side panel
Oh my
back on
God.
with a zip tie.
With zip ties.
Oh, this one's super vintage. 10 years ago.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
this is.
That's super smart.
Oh
Super
my
smart.
god.
Hell yeah!
This is DIY MagSafe, just with Velcro. This is actually kinda genius. It is. This is actually kinda genius. It's, basically, you just, if this thing kept falling out, you kinda just glue the piece of Velcro around here, and yeah. This is not bad. It's more secure than MagSafe and just as easy to remove, I would say.
Is that a Dremel disc?
No,
Is that a cutting disc?
No, it's Velcro, baby.
Clever to use the washer on it,
It's
too.
been-
This glue aficionado here. Washer, this is just. It's just peak.
That might be epoxy. I think that's epoxy. This is
probably epoxy.
That's a permanent fix, sir.
You know, Apple would be proud.
I think they should come with this standard.
Yeah,
In
MagSafe,
my
eat your
opinion.
heart out.
The school uses 2 Chromebooks as clocks.
Oh my God.
100% in support of this message.
I am so into this.
Wait. Yes, this displays an upside-down Chromebook. Instead of recycling 2 damaged devices, we repurpose them. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, you know what? I mean, they had to cut a hole through the fucking ceiling, but you know what? Not a bad idea, honestly. Depending upon what was the damage with the Chromebook. Yeah, exactly, Big Dog. My question is, how is the Chromebook damaged? That's my question.
This is great.
Reduce, reuse. Those are the 2 most important R's.
The IT guy at this school has, he's been there a while. I
Chad
suspect.
energy.
Yeah.
The message attached to it is also great. I think if they were just in the ceiling without that message, then I'd be like, what the hell?
I mean, Brian, I'm a huge proponent of reuse your defunct tech. Like, people that come to me with, like, old computers, that are, like, really slow, say they're, like, 7, 10 years old, and they're like, this thing's really slow, and, even if you swap out the HDD for an SSD or give it a slight bump in RAM, it's still, like, not great. I'm a big proponent of saying, okay, well, you could turn this into a Linux machine and it'll run great. Or, in chat, don't roast me for this. I'm usually dealing with people that don't really know how to use a fucking computer. Or you can turn it into a Chromebook for those old people that, excuse me, that all they want is just a computer to go on the internet, to go on a browser. I get plenty of old people that literally the only thing they need it for is to go on Google. So, take an old computer. You can turn it either to a Linux machine if they need a somewhat functional computer, or you can easily turn it into a Chromebook and get another fucking 10 years of life out of the goddamn thing. I've done that. At my last job, I suggested that so many times to people that brought me old computers because it isn't a viable solution, and you're not just throwing away crap and having to spend $700, $800, $900 or more on a new computer. If you just need it for really basic stuff, And yes, I know people hate fucking Chromebooks, but like I said, we're talking about old people that don't know how to use technology, and they just need a browser, and that's it. And honestly, the Chromebook works just fine for it. Shannon, well, it's nighttime now, so it's kind of cold, but overall, remember, I'm in Celsius, so it's been like 15 to 17 degrees out, so not bad at all. It's reasonably pleasant.
But
Yeah.
Exactly,
props on
King.
them.
They
Something
said they
for their
needed
Facebook.
10 computers in the middle of nowhere, and they wanted an attractive drop on no budget. Yes,
There's a lot of school IT guys.
that
being
is a
MacGyvers.
shower rod.
What?
Shower rod? I'm taking notes for the lab.
Oh.
The drop!
Oh yeah. You see the little joint in the middle?
Oh,
Dude,
interesting.
Dude, that's actually great. You know how expensive the actual ones are?
Oh, I know.
So my brother, they bought an office building for his work, and they had Herman Miller, the previous tenant, Herman Miller drop things that are like $2,000 each.
$10.
Yeah.
And look at this desk. Look at this cable management.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
That is a
That's
slick
slick.
setup. I love it.
No.
No.
No, please, sir.
Oh,
Wait.
no.
What is
Wait,
this?
what? Bring back data from a 20-year-old HDD that won't spin unless you nudge it a bit. Oh god, what are you gonna do? Copying as much again from this Windows 98 time capsule HDD to an SD card. I will then run SD card to IDE adapter as I resurrect my P3 Voodoo 2 Sound Blaster AWE32 build that I just still got a storage.
Copying as much as I can.
Oh.
This Windows not.
No, that's not how you do that.
Oh my god, he has to kickstart it? That is not very good.
Is anyone gonna tell him?
No, with these older drives, this is a 20-year-old drive. Yeah, that'll work.
Dust is still a thing, but I
It-
guess
it-
if you're just trying to recover it.
If you're trying to get as much, you can see he's copying. Buddy's copying.
Wow!
Honestly-
Normally I just put mine in the freezer.
Hard
Well, okay, Big Dog, here's the thing. I know where you're coming from, but he's not touching the platter. He's only touching the spindle. He's only touching the spindle. He's not actually touching the platter. And he's being jeez, excuse me. See, and he was obviously being real careful. I mean, the interior of this drive for a Windows 98 computer, this looks fucking clean. Bav, considering how clean this looks, and he's just doing the single one-time copy, I wouldn't worry about it either. It works. And this is a clean fucking drive. A very clean drive. Exactly. It's only gotta work once.
You can see he's copying. Buddy's copying.
honestly,
Normally I just put mine in the freezer.
hard drives are far more
They're black magic. They're magic.
mind-boggling than an SSD.
But as someone who has had data that's in limbo,
Yeah.
I would do anything.
Yeah.
I would try anything except that.
That would not be on my list of things.
Flash drives got too hot, so I installed a monster heatsink.
I like how they have the thermal.
I think-
Oh my god.
See, this won't work.
That's funny. That's pretty fucking funny. I'm wondering how effective this is. I really am wondering how effective this is. Because the heat is going to be gathering a lot of times on the flat surface here, not so much at the heel, I think. So I don't know how much, I honestly am not sure how effective this is going to be, realistically speaking. And Big Dog, I don't think it's adhered at all. My guess is it's just this is just a cold, maybe, an ice cold monster can. He just placed the pad here, pressed the can up against it, and the can is what's keeping the pad pressed against it. It's probably not adhered at all.
Because that is not the hot part of your USB key.
Okay,
What if it's
Leo,
metal?
have a good
It
night.
still would be so far away. The chip is going to be all the way over here. You're probably saturating
Exactly.
the heat of the outside case of that USB.
Flash drives
Exactly.
can get too hot though,
Yeah,
especially
it
if
can
the
overheat.
USB port is sitting by the exhaust or if your laptop has thermal issues
This is possible.
and you're writing to it at the same time. Those things can combine to create a bad situation.
And slow it down, yeah. The monster makes it faster for sure.
Fixing my own network, I used a free ISP
Oh,
hotspot
God.
across the street with my coffee can antenna.
Wow.
That
Chat, look at what version of Windows he's running on. Do you see what version of Windows this thing is running on? That's probably why the coffee can antenna might actually be working okay. Well, I mean, basically, he's using an actual capture, like an actual like Wi-Fi card here. It looks like that has an external antenna attachment, but he's using this coffee can to sort of boost the antenna power, which that is kind of genius. Because you're getting a higher point, and I'm guessing the coffee can shape is allowing for better capture. That would be my guess, but I'm not sure. I'm not all that familiar when it comes to like radio wave engineering. So it's kind of cool though. Yeah, essentially, yeah, Big Dog. It's the same. I'm guessing it is the same principle as like the directional microphones. It's able to focus and draw in the signal pretty effectively.
That's an oldie.
This is the cutest little can.
See, that's what I did. Windows 98, hold on, what the hell?
Why Windows 98?
That's an oldie but a goodie.
What is going on?
Oh!
It's a background.
We've been bamboozled,
That's
Jake.
Windows 10? Yeah, is it
We were bamboozled. I actually...
Is that Windows 7 then?
background?
Hang on.
We've been bamboozled.
No, that's is that 7 or is that 10? I'm guessing that's 10. That's got to be 10. That's got to be Windows 10. Yeah, with the Microsoft Store button there, that's got to be Windows 10. It's not
Jake.
11, I know
Yeah, is
that.
it not?
It's got to be
We
10.
were bamboozled. I actually love this theme.
Yeah.
Dude, how have we never made a video on cantanas? We need to do it.
Do we?
That's cool. Yeah, I didn't do this for a long time because my neighbor had an unsecured wireless network, but I didn't do it.
I don't believe you did it. You did it just to see if you could. You could also
years.
use the can as a microphone.
And then
Or
talk
speaker.
to my neighbor.
Here, I'll go.
Pointed at his bedroom.
Yeah.
User said I was the second person to take a picture of it this week. That is...
That's hilarious.
Hilarious.
I don't understand why they need the wood. though.
Look, it holds it up at the bottom.
But isn't that what the base amount's for?
It didn't have a base amount, man.
Oh my
I
god!
figured it out. I like the fact that it's just rubber
The
bands.
rubber bands complete the look.
Yeah. This is so fucking sketch. This is so sketch right there. Well, here's it. Okay, Blurred Oddity. It's working for now, but you have two singular rubber bands that are securing this monitor to this wood bracket. It is incredibly janky, and yeah, if they used a more secure strapping here, I'd be like, okay. But rubber bands, especially stretched to this capacity, have a notorious chance of breakage. And not to mention, they're not that strong. These rubber bands are not that strong. If this thing suddenly starts tipping forward, they're not going to be able to support that weight. Not at all. So it's sketchy as hell. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, they're gonna snap.
I would worry that the rubber bands would be blocking part of the screen.
This is some shit my dad would do. He'd be like, this monitor, oh, we'll figure it out. Goes in the garage, gets a hacksaw, just
Yeah. You know what? No, they even did a pretty good job of the cutout here, man. Look at this.
God.
I mean, okay, they went to the ceiling tile school of using a jigsaw. I love it. But they took the time. Look, they took the time to take the front lip off, cut it, and then put it back together. No damage here, other than the emotional damage.
My Raspberry Pi heatsink, it's just a screw. Probably has more of a thermal mass than a lot of other stuff.
I don't understand why.
Interesting.
What is going on?
Cooling.
Yeah, but like,
It's a heatsink.
yeah.
They got the compact.
Okay, I have not used Raspberry Pi, so I have no idea how effective this might or might not be, honestly. Using a screw as a heatsink. I suppose it could work. Yeah, well, it's a screw. It's just a long screw. I don't think this. It might be a bolt. This could be a bolt. But I mean, I suppose it could work because the metal, the metal will take the heat and transfer it up, and it will basically expel it out the top. I guess it could work. Absolutely. I mean, if it works, it works.
Pound in there.
It's not even thermal adhesive, so you just like walk by that thing a little too aggressively and just shorts the shit out of
Well,
everything.
yeah, screws are usually pointy on the end. I can't tell if this is like the tip is like sheared off. You know what I mean? Because based on the edging, it looks like the tip might have actually been cut. So that's why I wasn't sure if it was a bolt or if it was a screw, because of the edge right there.
Don't do that. I occasionally have to deal with IR sensors that are not easily accessible due to fixtures. I extended the IR diode and created the Slim Jim of remote controls.
Interesting.
Just like stick it behind something and then do it? Yeah. That's lovely.
That's f***ing cool.
This is this is how they turn the stomachs of the Teletubbies on.
I thought it was more
God.
like a prostate exam.
Can you imagine you go to the clinic and the doctor pulls out a Samsung TV remote and like a long wire and he's like, all right.
Oh no, I said it to Spanish. Oh, that's I don't know if this is tech support. This is another I made something janky.
If you, have,
Scratch
yeah.
your iPad though.
if you have to interact with this, it's gonna be shit. But if you're just watching a movie,
Yeah, because the minute you like touch this, it's gonna just wobble and fall right off it. It's if this is a set and forget, okay. But if you have to actually touch it, you're fucked. Now, if you did 2 of these, if you did 2 of these, one over here and one over here, that could work. If you do 2 forks that with even weight distribution, that could certainly work as like a stand. Yeah. Not even attach them together, Aaron. Like just basically place 1 fork here, place 1 fork here, and then when you're done with it, you just lift the iPad off. You can leave the forks sitting there, or you can take the forks with you wherever you go. It's just with one singular fork, the fulcrum is the central point. So if you touch it on either side, it's going to flop. But if you do 2 forks, you have even weight distribution.
and you don't move, you're like not ADHD, you don't have to like adjust yourself all the time, this could be reasonable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
would.
would.
A great novelty item.
You should just sell these on AliExpress
Yeah,
for
that's fine.
35 cents. I would buy
Okay.
one. Wanted to break out the old Wii, but couldn't find the sensor, so I ignored Google and apparently candles. Yeah, this is classic. Yeah.
What?
100%. This is
Really?
the thing. All you need is an IR emitter. It's not a data cable connected to it. It's just power.
That's awesome.
This 100% works. The sensor bar is a misnomer. There's no sensor in
Did
it.
they call it a sensor bar?
I believe so.
How to connect and place the sensor bar. Those bastards, they lied to us.
They did.
Door exit switch. Press mouse button.
Oh,
to
God.
Open door. Why? I hope it's actually clicking a button on screen to have a program open. That would be very clever.
See, I'm starting to feel like some of these are actually MacGyver.
This is great.
Like you had to do something, and so you made it work.
And it works, so you left it there.
I mean,
Mouse buttons. You have to press both?
yeah, that's what I'm really curious what this mouse is hooked up to in order to open the door. Is it an electronic switch or what? I mean, well, Big Dog, that's the question. It's like, what is the system in place here to make this work in the first place? We need the kind of the context for that.
Series, you have to press
It's an
both.
IQ test.
I'm sure they had a good reason to do it that I cannot see.
I sure hope so.
Oh my god. What the heck?
My friend's broken
Well?
SD card.
Someone shoved it too hard. Broken circuit line at the bottom right.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
happened to
I
me.
mean, if it
So they
works.
took an adapter card.
I don't know if you've ever popped open an SD card, but they're pretty empty.
What a boss. Great job. Look at this.
Not
Little
bad.
angel hair. So he did fix it. Oh, I guess because there was no contacts anymore. Oh, and then he just reconnected the contacts.
Great job. 300 vacation photos solved.
That's pretty dope.
Respect for knowing how to do that. Articulated monitor arms are way too expensive in my country, so I built one. You just built something out of wood badly. How's that tech support?
No.
That looks like shit.
Damn.
I like how a nice 6-inch gap from the wall
It's
now.
adjustable.
Now, I don't want to dunk on them because
No, I'm
they're
done.
saying like it was too expensive for me in my country.
You have like the $100 Xbox controller. I don't know, man. I don't want to judge, but that seems like a lot of work for what was accomplished.
Best
maybe.
Buy requires
mods.
laptop to boot an OS to do a trade-in. Oh yeah, that's
Oh my god, that is genius.
So you
Wait.
stashed it internally so you could boot this laptop to get a trade-in. So there's a USB-A port here, so they just grabbed the contacts, threw them onto here, so that they could close the
Oh,
shell.
I got you. Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I love it.
Because Windows doesn't like to be installed on an external drive. I wonder.
Didn't say Windows. Just
Yeah.
says it has to boot. So this is probably just some Linux live image.
that is
God.
very, very difficult to pull off. I mean, to
Yeah.
be fair, that's what Apple does.
What do you mean?
All their hard drives are soldered to the computer.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. If you get, if you get a tech if you bring this into a tech to do the trade-in, if they know it's a computer that's supposed to have an HDD in it, and they don't hear that HDD spin up, they may call shenanigans, and they may want to check it. Chances are they will not. Chances are they will not, and they'll either just say, fuck it, and they'll take it in. Because here's the thing with these trade-ins. Here's the funny part. When they do the trade-ins, this is for, I'd say, the majority of computer places that will be like, okay, bring in your old computer for trade. And we'll give you X amount of dollars off of a new computer. Here's the funny part. They say it has to have a working OS. The computers they take in for trade are going straight into the fucking recycling bin. They're legit just going straight into the recycling bin. So it doesn't matter if it has a functional OS or not. They're not going to care because it's not like they're repurposing them. They're just throwing them into a recycling bin that every several weeks a truck will come and take out their recycling bin full of electronic garbage, essentially. Yes, or someone just flat out takes it home. Yeah, you have no idea how much shit I pilfered from my my old works electronics recycling for like spare parts and shit for when I needed to fix computers. I was like, if there was any good RAM sticks, I was grabbing them. Any spare like SATA cables, I was grabbing them. Like I would snatch spare parts off of old computers all the fucking time. And I was even doing yeah, I'd grab RAM because I'd have people that would come in where I worked. We actually did not, well, and it wasn't for myself. Bear in mind, this was not for myself. This was for fixing computers at work because we did not actually sell sticks of RAM at work. We did not. So we would have people bringing in their computers wanting a fix that they would be computers that only have 4 gigs of RAM trying to run Windows 10 or even Windows 11 because they'd upgraded since they purchased the computer. And 4 gigs of RAM, honestly, is not enough to run fuck all these days. So if I could, if I was able to, I would I would open up the computer and I would try and upgrade them to at least 8 gigabytes of RAM, which could drastically improve their computer's performance. I had a couple girls from a couple of college students that they were running that they came in with their laptops. They were, what were they? Pentium computers? I think they were Pentium or were they Radeons? I can't remember. But they were the lower end chips that I honestly don't recommend to anybody. And like it's running really slow, but like it had an SSD, but it had a low power chip and it had only 4 gigs of RAM. And to fix it for them, to make this thing run better, I basically popped open the casing and I installed another stick of RAM to give the computer 8 gigs of RAM, and it worked fantastic, and it worked great for them. And the customer was really happy. It was a cheap and easy way to fix it because I did some other work with the computer too. But when they got the computer back, they were thrilled because it worked so much better. So yeah, I would pilfer. I would grab, for computers that get recycled, I'd get old sticks of RAM. One or two of them actually had SSDs in them that I would basically just grab, completely nuke the SSD. There's an SSD. I would get, like, with laptops, I would grab the chargers because plenty of laptops would come to us for repair that they didn't bring the charger with, so I'd have like a whole on pile of chargers that I could use with the laptop. So I did that a lot with with my last job with the recycling. And there were even a couple times where I had like it was like our local SPCA, they needed a computer. And the SPCA is donation only. So what did I do? I went to our recycling bin and I found the newest old recycled computer in there. I slapped it, my work, because it was a charitable donation. The work paid for a new SSD, so I popped in an SSD. I popped in fresh RAM that I pilfered, loaded up Windows, and it was a great little computer for the local SPCA to use. That all they had to pay for. Actually, I don't even know if they paid for anything. I think we just did a charitable donation. So, bid school. I have a bid school. Do I? Okay.
I would have hooked you up with a bag of weed if you fixed my computer cheer 100.
And sadistic, I would have very politely declined because I actually don't smoke weed. So I would have very politely declined. But I appreciate the thought. Oh.
What do you mean?
All their hard drives are soldered to the computer.
Yeah.
Windows
This is
update went finished because the computer kept going to sleep, but I couldn't change sleep mode because Windows update was running. Oh my god. This is actually very clever.
Pretty good.
That's what I do when I work from home.
That's
It's
clever.
funny because 7 years ago, nobody
7
knew
years.
about mouse jigglers.
How about you just do your job?
This is so smart.
So you got a binder clip, a twist tie. No, it's a zip tie, and then a painting stir stick and tape.
Genius.
I'm glad that it worked.
Wife wanted a Fitbit. Do you think she'll like it? Yeah. With
Oh
a little
my
OLED
God.
display.
It's got. I like how that's
Oh.
really never gonna break off.
Wife
Fit
wanted
a la
fit.
Iron Man.
This costs more than a pedometer. You used to get pedometers in cereal boxes.
That's true. But
a
she
thing
wanted
you
a
shake.
Fitbit. So if you've got a Bluetooth adapter on there, or no, that's just like
This is not a Fitbit.
That's
if
an
you start
accelerometer.
sweating, this catches on fire. Whoa.
Yeah, that's real
Oh.
kick.
Oh, yeah, okay, this is good. Data recovery, I like it.
You know what?
Extreme.
Yeah, for data recovery, it works. All they gotta do is just yoink all the data off that broken card. It works. Nothing wrong with it.
Respect.
Because that is the board from
I don't
the
know if
USB
this was the
key.
teacher
And then if
cake.
you can see the USB at the end of it has broken off of the board. I'm
it's
amazed
caught
that,
in there.
I'm amazed that like the traces were still intact. No. Like it broke off and then he's put it in a USB extension and then he's gone onto the pads where the like connector would go.
Oh, I've definitely broken a USB stick in a manner where like you had to like push it up
Yep.
to get it to work.
SATA hard drives too.
100%.
If you ever accidentally snapped it off, sometimes you could just put it back in there, reinforce with hot glue, and then never look at it again. My building's PA microphone was broken. These were the only supplies I could scavenge at the front desk.
Wow.
So you close it. the
You would
paper,
close
and
it
then
to talk and then open it again. Otherwise you just twist them together and like put band-aids on them.
Interesting.
Attention students, due to recent budget cuts, we used our last Band-Aid.
Is that extra tips of the Band-Aid? Or is that the last of the tape that they had in their building?
I think that I don't know. Those look like really, really cheap band-aids.
This is definitely the kind of Band-Aids
Oh,
that
yeah.
like your Strata would buy, you know?
When you let your dad fix your car.
Oh my god.
Oh
you-
no,
you're-
here we go.
this is-
Ungrounded
The power
extension
windows.
cord.
This is
That
like Bloof's car.
That is ridiculous.
That's so good though.
That is amazing.
Wait, what? Do you flip it to go back down? No way.
Oh my god, you reversed the polarity
No
to send
way.
it down.
This probably required so much effort.
That looks like a
Wow.
real solution. Not a great one,
I mean, if it works, right?
but I think that's real.
I built myself secret Bluetooth headphones in my earmuffs so I can listen to podcasts at work.
Sure. I guess it's
Okay.
like a Bluetooth board with a switch and a battery.
You can just buy these, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, seriously, you can buy protective earmuffs that actually have Bluetooth connections in them. I mean, they are a bit pricey, but you can get them.
They might not be regulation at their work.
There's probably a reason why they don't want you listening to other stuff at your job.
Yeah, that's kind of extremely un-OSHA to actually have music playing because you can't
Yeah.
hear like people yelling or screaming at you.
This is the
The whole purpose behind these muffs in the first place is so you can't hear anything. This is hearing protection, so you can't hear anything in the first place. So, hearing music instead of nothing is not going to make a difference if someone yells at you. So the argument doesn't really I mean, granted, yes, if OSHA finds out about this because they'll make the argument that it's damaging the structural integrity of the muff. That's what the argument will be is like, okay, you've damaged the earmuff and therefore it's, it wouldn't be backed up by the manufacturer if it fails. And OSHA would probably take issue with that, but
kind of guy who's gonna drive a forklift into somebody and just drag them half a kilometer.
Couldn't find a big enough flash drive, so
Oh, dude!
Happy birthday,
that's
Nick.
great. I installed Windows from my old Android phone one time.
love it.
Because
wait. Couldn't find a big enough flash drive to install Windows for my drone. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Thank you, Taurus. Thank you.
Dude, that's great. I installed Windows from my old Android phone one time
Love it.
because you could partition them. Like it was rooted, and I just made a partition, plugged it in, installed Windows off of it.
I love it.
That is very clever. I have done horrible things before because I didn't have a flash drive.
Mods, if you would please.
When you don't have a flash drive, man, you make do.
Yeah, you find something.
This fan is keeping the output matrices cool. If it is moved, all of the UK TV networks will fall off air. Asterisk.
Oh, that's not good.
Damn.
Oh my
This
god.
fan.
It's on a stool of some
Thank you,
kind
Cosmic
with,
Nova, for the
There's a
follow.
strap.
with a box and then
What
duct
is this
tape.
piece of paper doing here?
That's instructions, don't worry about it. Don't
Thank you, Kendrak.
ask question.
Get to RGB, change the color of my MacBook keyboard.
Whoa.
Dude,
It is cool
I
that
flipping love this.
keyboard probably types like shit now.
I don't care. Bing.
Hang on.
Oh.
Ghetto RBG, change the color of my MacBook Pro keyboard backlight to replicate the colors from the old Apple logo using colored cellophane.
Dude,
It is cool
I
that
flipping love this.
keyboard probably types like shit
Uh,
now.
I don't care. That is so cool.
It's not really RGB, it's just colors.
Technically, it can switch colors.
You just have to
It's
switch
just
the slide.
It just takes a long time.
You have to just take the keyboard off.
It's like the bacteria that can play Doom. It's like one frame every 8 hours.
running Doom on E. coli. I vaguely remember hearing about this. Running Doom, like using E. coli cells to run Doom. Yeah, I vaguely remember hearing about this. I forget how they did it. But they were able to essentially, like, quote unquote, like, train or direct E. coli cells to basically, show Doom. Or not show, but they were able to, like, guide E. coli, the development and growth of E. coli cells in a petri dish that was connected to, I can't remember if it was a computer or something, to engage contacts to play Doom. It was a while ago that I heard about it, but I think that's what it was. It is they somehow were able to direct the growth of the movement of these cells to, open and close contacts to a computer to play Doom, if I'm remembering it correctly. It's just, and you know what? Why do it? Why the fuck not? It means you can like direct or guide E. coli cells.
There you go, RGB.
Think different.
Analog. Maybe you think
It
What?
didn't run on E. coli. I don't think it actually ran on E. coli. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was like they hooked up a petri dish that had E. coli in it to a computer, I think. If I remember, the E. coli was used for the display? Oh, King, you're right. You're right. It was the electrical inputs from this from the controls, and when you did the input, the E. coli would rearrange themselves. They had managed to like program the E. coli cells to arrange themselves or something like that. It was it's fucking science. That's all you need to know. They did some crazy shit with science.
every 8 hours. There you go, RGB.
Think different.
Analog. Maybe you think less.
I slept through all my phone alarms today.
A tens unit? What's that? Can you
Basically, it zaps
No.
them.
Is this really tech support as much?
Really? You're gonna hook up a fucking tens unit to your alarm clock. Chat, how many of you know what a tens unit is? Are any of you familiar with what a tens unit is? Yeah, so Big Dog, you know. It doesn't zap you. You're not getting an electrical shock. That's actually incorrect. What it does is a tens unit is a muscle stimulant. Yes, exactly. So you're not like getting shocked, but your muscles are like jerky. It'll cause your muscles to contract and relax, in rapid order.
I would sleep through that because I sleep with a tens unit on Cheer 100.
There you go. It's also used for fun stuff too.
I got almost brand new Nija, 7-in-1 food cooker worth $600 for free from my parents, as it's too big for their motorhome that they brought it for first time using the air fry function, and it sounds like a old WW2 air raid siren.
Oh, that must be fun to cook on. The dog, are you talking about me? I've never personally used a tens unit for fun stuff. Oh, Erin? The tens unit is frequently used in the kinky community. It is used. That is a fairly common device that is used in the kinky community. I have not, because that's not my thing. Having a tens unit being used. I've never used a tens unit, but it doesn't sound like it would be. It doesn't sound fun for me, but I'm well aware of its use in the community.
As it is like body support.
Might make me get to work on time. I don't know.
Luke used to be late for work all the time. We literally did a video on Wake Up Tech so that we could give Luke whichever one was the best at the end.
For people who are hard of hearing, there are actually types of alarms. They like vibrate your mattress
electrocute
and stuff.
themselves.
Yeah, they use vibrations from
New
mattresses.
product, LTDstore.com electrocution alarm.
My friend didn't know what cable he needed, so this is what he took to the store.
Oh my!
Carbon copy, baby.
You know what? I'll tell you what. It works. This works. You look at this and you go, okay, he probably needs a VGA cable. Honestly, this is enough to identify it. It's like, okay, so you need a VGA cable. And oh yeah, this one is right bastard. It is. Yeah, you know what? When I was working at my last job, I would often get less information than this and still be able to eventually figure it out. The learned oddity, please tell me you're joking. So at least you brought something. I see nothing wrong with this, honestly.
That's mint.
That's great.
That's so smart,
That's actually
That's
very clever.
Genius. To just do an impression instead of drawing.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I was that smart.
did it
Like, I
rubbing.
need a VGA cable, but it's actually a DP25 or something. Yeah, that's very clever.
Also, like, just
Take a picture of it?
yeah. How did they take this photo?
I don't know.
Okay. The person did not take the photo. The buddy took the photo to post it. The buddy probably came home and was like, yeah, I brought this to the store. And his friend who made this post said, give me that, and took a picture with his phone. Come on now, guys.
I didn't have the necessary female-to-female adapters. Are those carrots? Are those f***ing carrots? I have definitely attached RCA's male-to-male with stuff before, but not carrots.
Why did they
I
use
mean-
it?
Audiophile grade carrots? Because
I mean, do I need potato clock? Do I need to say anything more? It's, yeah. Using vegetables for, apparently it does. It conducts well enough that it works. I mean, you probably don't want to use a potato, it's too big, but carrots are small and it's conducting. If it works, it works,
they're conductive.
That carrot looks like it's been through some shit. Why is it crusty?
This man's got the driest carrots ever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're juicy on the inside, like all of us.
Used this setup for a week or two until I had the chance to grab had to replace the carrots once.
Excuse me, my carrots are old. They've gone moldy.
That is such a stupid way to do that. Poor. Just like this poor segue to our sponsor.
Oh, God, here we go.
They just dropped their new Chairman Pro package, and it is packed with everything you need for a
God,
killer
Linus
shave.
is doing
You're getting the Chairman Pro
Manscaped?
electric
Oh
foil
my
shaver,
God.
power shave gel, and face shave soother, all in one bundle. The foil shaver features a 360-degree contouring head and 2 interchangeable skin-safe blade heads. So whether you want your face smooth as butter or
Don't say
rocking a
deep magic to
rugged
me, I
look,
was there.
they've got you covered.
Ah,
And the
ah,
best part
ah.
is thanks to their Flex Adjust technology, the pivoting head adjusts to the contours of your face and
Oh,
neck,
yeah,
so you're not
Athanasi,
walking
you
around
are
all day
very
with that
correct.
one stray hair
Yep.
bugging you. Their power shave gel and face shave soother included in the package also help reduce redness and irritation both before and after your shave. Plus, they're dye-free, cruelty-free, vegan, and alcohol-free. Check out the Chairman Pro package at
Aaron, Manscaped kind of sort of does market to women as well, I think. I seem to recall once upon a time, like some commercial with Manscaped was kind of saying like, and women can use this too.
Hey, don't sleep on Manscaped. They don't disappoint.
Really, Eki, speaking from personal experience, are you?
at manscaped.com/LTT20 and use code LTT20 for
Okay, Atanashi and Eki and anyone else that has had occasion to use Manscaped, I have a curious question for you then. Does the Manscaped electric, and I'm going on the assumption you guys have used like the electric face shavers that we were just seeing here in the video. Do the electric shavers from Manscaped do as good of a job as, because I've heard this from multiple people before with not just Manscaped but other electric razors. Does it do a good job as regular straight blade razor? Like, just like a regular, like the quintessential big razor or the Gillette Pro Glide. Does it do a good job as that? Have you, in your opinion and in your experience, really, it gives you just as smooth of a shave as a straight blade razor? Really interesting, because when people that I've talked to that do face shaving and they'll use either and they've tried either electric or straight blade, the most common complaint that I hear is that electric razors do not get as close of a shave as a straight blade razor does. Well, the disposable straight razors. That's the complaint I've heard about from a lot of people when it comes to electric versus safety razors. Nothing beats the safety, okay? That's Aaron. And Zip Ties also prefers a blade. I use an old-timey safety razor. In my opinion, I get the smoothest shave from safety razor, brush, and soap. Okay. But I've got Eki and Johnny are saying absolutely gets as close of a shave. Interesting. Okay. I was just curious. I just kind of just wanted to pick your all's brain to see what you thought about that. Hi, Krabby. Oh, okay, Krabby. You get some rest then. Get some rest, and I hope you feel better.
For 20% off and free shipping. There are some serious MacGyvers out there that we would be lucky to have on our team in a sticky situation. As for the rest of you, I think you might have taken the phrase, if it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid, a little too literally. Something can work and be stupid. Let us know in the comments which was your favorite, and reply to our YouTube community post if you've got something better than what we looked at here today.
Interesting. That was fun. We saw some very interesting, MacGyverings there.